What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Taking a break from the Evo Cup just to get you some Jester Games locals. You got me on Eaters and you got Seb on Imperial. King of Knights returning to his beloved, his tried and true. I'm gonna gain back a memory off the Suedo as we play. And this is a little bit out of focus, not really sure why. Kind of annoying that, but c'est la vie. Hopefully it's fixed for all the other videos, so sorry about the blur. We are going to get to go from Squid to Kid, which does mean we get our second Tamer down and a Rata. And then we're going to get the draw, suspend, draw gain 1. So we're setting up, and then we're just going to get the third one over. Obviously passing memory setter, but down comes the 1-of Stigmon. Going to gain back a memory. Not being able to answer the body without committing an Adam definitely did suck. Swing on suspend. But even then, with memory set, he still would have been able to make it. Really, all it was just he got to spend a little bit less. Does hit a Suedo on the check. And then we're going to just end with the Veemon after Primo. So, I mean, we're looking pretty good. The fact that he didn't Primo into the Dragon mode implies that we've got a chance to kind of expend a little bit here. We're going to stop him from being able to do the warp, but I mean, that's not really something we have to worry about here because, you know, Imperials are actually just going over their own respective ones, and we're going to spend 8 to full clear the board from this position. You could maybe argue that we didn't need to commit the Kokua. I think we're just using the Kokua to bring the price down. Well, yeah, bring the number of cards in hand down. Either way, the Veemon is going to let him basically rebuild from here, which means we get to make the 1-of Stigmon. Thank goodness it's a 1-of and definitely can only be used once per game. I'm going to bot deck the Kokua. And then, yeah, we do have a redirect. Can't redirect into the Death X-Mon, so we're just going to take the suspension. Oh, and yeah, suspend the other one with the Veemon. Not that it matters, because the Errata can just be used to redirect back into it. Primo into Dragon mode, which means we're going to spit out the XV and the 1-of Stigmon, which again, obviously can only be used once per game because it's a 1-of, definitely. Doesn't get recurred ever. Swing and suspend, going to swing, go into the Death X on the second one to then Primo into the Dragon mode. So we're once again going to spit out the 1-of Stigmon, who will obviously only be used once per game because it is a 1-of. And we're going to make another Imperialdramon. I'm going to swing, hit a boost. And he drew HPD 1. I think he drew HPD off this draw, so he couldn't. I think if he had HPD, he'd have been able to actually make it from this position. But instead, he's just going to go. He's thinking about going Dragon mode into RP Fighter mode. But we're just going to go Primo into Dragon mode. And this one is a 12 play cost. The others are 13, which does mean what he ends on here does matter because the fighter mode's still 13. So we clear all lowest play cost. Obviously, we're going to burn the top card of security, lock out the ability to floodgate. And then it's only going to clear 1, which is then going to float into the bodies here. If we had a second Death X, we could Death X from this position and kind of go crazy. I think we're thinking about it. First, we're just checking to see how many things in play. Get to go sideways. Gonna draw 2. Gonna gain 2, but only draw 1. Another Death is gonna come down. So this is the Digivolve and clears 2. And we wanna Death X again, but we do need to actually just try and advance from this position. We do have double boost live. But the play cost is just a little bit too high. The Imperialdramon is play cost 8, so we can't clear that one. And it would technically be able to Primo as well. Like, we want to avoid deletion removal where we can. Which is where making these second ones does make things a lot more difficult. So we're just going to go Trident Arm, Digivolve down to the Veemon, and then taunt. I think we're taunting the Veemon. We chose to keep the boost just because it would have passed memory setter anyway. It's going to turn into the 1-of Stigmon, which, as we've established, obviously is, you know, only ever going to get used one time. does get to swing, and we do kind of have to redirect into a body so it does live, which means we're going to make the fighter mode. We're going to get rid of our defensive line and end game 1.
Matrix Digivolution.
Join the members! Howdy gang, it's, you know, May, and I'm finally done that thing I said I would do in February, which is give you a 2025. Please consider subscribing and all that. We've started to go up really, really far. Really happy to be still that biggest English-speaking European Digimon content creator, and I'm always eternally thankful for that. Yeah, we do a bunch of different things. The podcast, which a lot of people really like. We also do some game shows, and we've gotten to start doing some history videos with the How Good Was Shoutmon, and we plan on doing many, many more. But just wanted to give you kind of like a little bit more of an updated look for your reminder to try and always like and subscribe to the video if you can. And if you do feel like leaving us a comment, even if it's just like a short one, it goes a really long way to supporting the channel. But again, the best way to support the channel is to join the members or use Twitch Prime on Twitch. You can get free ad-free Twitch streams there, but you can get ad-free content here on YouTube for as little as £1 a month by pressing the join button. And if you are a champion, you get some extra bonuses for that as well. Rookies and ultimates, we're still trying to figure out a couple more things that we can do to best support you. Like if you do get to see us in the UK at an event, I'll always have some extra bonus sleeves that are available for our rookies and above there, and we'll try and sort out eventually something for our international viewers. But just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has been a member. I know I don't always get to shout you out, but I do cherish every single one of you, and to join the Discord as well, so we can get extra benefits for you there whilst you're in the Discord, access to some extra channels. But yeah, thank you for 3 years of Digimon support now, and helping me do what I do daily. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Whilst we get shuffled for game number 2, I do want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. Of course, we do have our Mega, Justice Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, and a Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimates, we have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, Brad, King of Knights, Sacred Armour, Matthew Bowen, and Dire Owlbear. Big thank you to our champions, Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squidita, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Mott, FGC, Donkey, Orphos Magna, Craig and Security, Kava, and Stephen Holdren. And thank you to our newest members. We've got Gressy and Brando at the rookie tier, and then Methu, Orlando Towers, and Guy Marcos. We're just going to see Veemon, Lydramon, and no squid from us this time, knowing that it can get suspended and kind of like not stop us from denying damage. So we're just going to set the memory setter first, and then we're going to play the Suedo, get the one choke, but we haven't really answered the body, which is going to swing in a die. Now Daiken is down, so fully set up, and on turn 3 we're finally actually getting stuff down. Going to get the squid down, and yeah, damn, this really went hella out of focus. Mirai, pitch Eater Eve to get the draw 2. I think this will turn into another Suedo, but gonna find the Davis and the Dragon mode. Gain 1, because we've seen the one of. This is a brand new game though, so it's okay, because I'm sure it will only show up one time. Gonna get the redirect even though it's suspended. Gonna get the Mirai out of security, so we get to keep on cycling. Gonna put a second errata in there just because I think we're gonna try and Adam it back. Oh wait, no, it was Lydramon, so still only gaining 1 back, but you know, he's just gonna make another Lydramon, and then, you know, just deal 2 damage, and then make Medieval Gallantmon, which, you know, our deck never digivolves, so we have to play into Medieval Gallantmon. So we'll get the free Suedo, and we'll get the free... Okay, so we doubled up on a Suedo and a Errata each off the Mirais. Going to play for 2 because we've seen no squids. Gain back the memory, and then we're just going to have it suspended and not popped because it's a you may delete. Turn it into the human form, just because, I mean, it serves the same purpose here, because it's just going to be a redirect block anyway, so we might as well extend the amount of reduction we get. And I think we can, yeah, Eater Eve with the cost minus, and we're going to stop the dragon mode from being able to suspend, just so that way it can't turn into like a fighter mode or something like that. Free Wormmon off the Daiken does reveal Ashpede, but it's okay because he does find Daiken, which with 4 memory, I mean, Daiken kind of that guy, huh? Still in a pretty good position, but the Veemon has been played, so that does activate Medieval Galantmon, so we do get to suspend our Eve and choose not to pop it. Doesn't want to give back the Yuko. We're going to redirect into the Yuko. We're going to give the power to the human form and then play out the Yuko. So either way, it didn't super duper matter. If he can clear it beforehand, then we're kind of cooked, but Hexablar revealed off the search. Can't take that, of course. Just going to end on double Daiken. Passes us to 3. And this can unsuspend. So we can have our human form swing in. We're just going to do that anyway. If he has an ace, he has an ace. We're going to hit the body. Going to get a 3rd Suedo down. In terms of like tamers, like, yeah, we've kind of been going crazy. Draw 1, gain 1. Draw 1, gain 1. Just gain 1. And then draw for the squid this time. So we're at 8. Going to get suspended, obviously. Medieval. Oh, never mind. That's Death X. Death X in my beautiful card game. So we're thinking about double Death X. Obviously, because we cleared the 2 rookies, the cost went up. But honestly, it's because we have to respect the rookie in the back is the problem. So we need to establish a little bit more of a defensive line. And then it was whether we Death X or whether we do anything with it. Because we have double redirects. So but the problem is because our squids are so weak, we would need them to... I would need to have 2, otherwise we still kind of just get gapped. Because it would suspend it, and then we make the Imperialdramon no matter what. So yeah, we would need 2 bodies just so that way we don't instantly lose to starter deck Imperialdramon. But this is BT12. So we're going to tap the errata and then tap the Yuko to make the other one protect from Digimon effects, just so it can't get like bot decked or anything. Gonna get to go into another Imperialdramon, which is going to suspend our 2 Death X's. They're just chilling over on the side. Gonna go into fighter mode, which is going to burn 1, check 1. Would delete the squid, but we are protected. Get to block it with the redirect, and that is still going to be game. So yeah, this matchup was pretty miserable. This was the one guy in the shop I was trying to dodge round 1 at the very least, and it did not happen this time. But if you did like seeing Eater's gameplay, we've got more coming up on the channel later. Back to the Evo Cup for the next upload. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. I know we got some September children like myself coming up soon. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.